What's goody, Shellitronnn here. You can call me Shells, and I'm back at it again with a brand new video. And I'm gonna keep it a Bowberry biscuit. Rev Rule's continuing to do Rev Rule things, and I think you know what I'm talking about here. But throw this tweet right here from Joe Person saying, Panthers continuing to churn the bottom of the roster, signed cornerback Jameson Houston, UFA Baylor this year, and defensive end Austin Larkin, another undrafted free agent out of Notre Dame in 2018, and we just cut Cole Luke and Devontae Lambert in corresponding moves. Now, what you're probably thinking right now is, Shells, what is Rev Rule doing and how is this Rev Rule things? The answer is very, very simple. Matt Rule is continuing to bring in his boys out of Baylor. If there's one thing you can know for sure, it's that Rev Rule wants to make sure he has the most comfort in that locker room. One thing about Matt Rule, he is going to bring in these people he is comfortable with, people he knows and is already familiar with, and this is no different than what we've seen in the past. But honestly, this is not really a big deal. I would never call this a huge thing because Cole Luke's been on the team for a couple of years now. He's gotten in on some preseason games, hasn't really touched the field in regular season games. I think he's been mostly on special teams. He's been here for a while. He knows the system and the culture, although that's probably changing now a little bit. So he's familiar with the place, but we haven't really seen much out of him to really say, hey, we need you here right now. And then there's Devontae Lambert, who we're not really all that familiar with at all. It is what it is. You get rid of one DB and a defensive end, and you bring those two positions right back in. One guy out of Baylor, and one guy who spent time with the Falcons just last year. So he's had a little bit of experience here and there. He's also, I think, mainly been a guy who's played on special teams. We understand what's going on here. These are, like Joe Person said, bottom of the roster deals. These are going to be camp bodies most likely. Guys who are going to get guys to hustle a little bit more. Guys who are going to give these other players on the opposite side of the ball a little bit of a different look. Maybe there's different tendencies. Maybe they're a little bit faster than the guys we have right now. Maybe they're a little bit stronger. Maybe Jameson or Austin have attributes or tendencies that are very similar to guys who are going to be facing in the regular season at those spots. We want to get the guys on the team ready to face those kind of things right now in training camp. It could really be anything. It could really be nothing at all. I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you that either one of these two has a very real shot at making the final 53-man roster for the regular season. But this is still interesting. I think when you bring in corresponding players of the same position of guys you just cut, because that does not happen all that often or all the time at least. I think it proves the guys we had in there before weren't giving the guys that we have that are going to be starting or going to make the team the right kind of looks, the kind of looks that we want to see them go up against in practice, or maybe even not giving the guys in their same position the kind of competition or even just driving them to be better. And we might see that with these two guys, but these are camp bodies. This is nothing much to break down here. That's all I got for you though. Jameson Houston and Austin Larkin are now on the team. Let's see what they got and let's see what the coaching staff can do with them, do for them, and maybe, just maybe, one of these two makes the actual team. That's my thoughts on it. I want to hear from y'all though. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And you already know what to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Being told y'all I been the man. Being told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.